Hello everyone, this is your fellow classmate Kayla Tolsteika speaking. It's nice to finally speak with all of you. For my presentation, I would like to discuss P.A.C.E, Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. What is P.A.C.E? Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly is a government-funded, community-based waiver health care program. It is provided to people who are over the age of 55 and are currently on or eligible for Medicaid or Medicare. With P.A.C.E, there is a team of healthcare professionals working for their patients to coordinate care. As with Medicaid and other government programs, P.A.C.E sometimes requires you to use a P.A.C.E preferred doctor. A benefit to using P.A.C.E is that P.A.C.E covers needs and services that are needed and that Medicaid and Medicare doesn't typically cover, as well as those that Medicaid and Medicare does cover. Here's a comprehensive list of services provided. It's pretty self-explanatory. As a recreational therapist, I had known about the adult daycare services, transportation, and meals, but I knew very little about the dentistry, home care, and other therapies on this list. Instead of reading them off to you, I'll give you a moment to glance over it. As with many healthcare programs, an interdisciplinary team is crucial to the success of such a program. Each of these roles are filled through employment or contracted with the P.A.C.E program. As one can expect, the members of this team must be licensed, certified, or registered within their state to actively participate on the interdisciplinary team. P.A.C.E is very important to the future of our healthcare systems for the elderly. P.A.C.E provides a full range of preventative, primary, acute, and long-term care services that allow older adults to live in the community as independently as possible. It helps to provide care and services that are aligned with patient requests for individual choices in healthcare services. P.A.C.E also combines adult day, home care, interdisciplinary teams, transportation systems, and capitated payment systems to better enable providers to respond to the unique needs of each patient. It has been successfully replicated throughout the U.S., which demonstrates its unique ability to address high-quality care while customizing it to each person's individualized needs. P.A.C.E got its start in 1971 in San Francisco, California. Marie-Louise Ansac started OnLock with a $2,000 federal grant. The purpose of this program was to provide a skilled level of care to those in the Chinese community where skilled nursing was culturally unacceptable. The first OnLock Center offered daycare with comprehensive medical services, rehabilitation, respite care, and social services. This was a very successful program due to its flexibility to meet the needs of a wide variety of older adults. In 1979, the OnLock program began receiving Medicaid reimbursement for adult day health services. They had also received a 4-year Department of Health and Human Services demonstration grant to develop a model of delivering care to persons with long-term care needs, which also included home-delivered meals and housing assistance. In 1983, OnLock's cost of care for its participants was 15% less than traditional fee-for-service care. OnLock was granted waivers from Medicare and Medicaid to test a fixed payment system that allowed them to provide a full medical services for every person in the program. Despite the fact that OnLock was putting itself at risk for full cost coverage, the OnLock program continued to grow and remain financially successful. In 1986, the federal government provided 10 other qualified organizations Medicaid and Medicare waivers to participate in the OnLock replication and expansion to other locations in the country. The P.A.C.E concept continued to be so successful that the Balanced Budget Act of 1997 recognized P.A.C.E as a permanent provider type under both Medicare and Medicaid. In 2005, legislation was passed to create funding to expand P.A.C.E to rural markets. The Deficit Reduction Act of 2005 provided $7.5 million to be awarded in competitive grants to 15 rural healthcare provider organizations to support development of P.A.C.E. in rural America. The National P.A.C.E. Association, NPA, philosophy is centered on the belief that it is better for the well-being of seniors with chronic care needs and their families to be served in the community whenever possible. Quality of life decreases when one enters an institutionalized setting. Through meeting individuals' needs in their own homes, this helps keep quality of life as optimal as possible. There are many benefits to the P.A.C.E. program. The P.A.C.E. program helps delay the need for skilled nursing. It helps decrease hospitalization rates, rehospitalization rates, and potentially avoidable hospitalization rates. The term potentially avoidable hospitalizations are defined by specific diagnoses determined by an expert panel. They refrain from the use of the term avoidable hospitalizations with the understanding that there are a lot of factors at play when a hospitalization occurs. The P.A.C.E. program is a wonderful program that I once had the pleasure of seeing firsthand while volunteering in my undergrad. I firmly believe this is a very important program that needs more attention despite its success. Some problems that I see with this current program is that it is not growing fast enough to meet the needs of our aging population. According to the National P.A.C.E. Association's website, as of 2014, there are only 104 P.A.C.E. programs in 31 states, which means there are 19 states unaccounted for and many underrepresented counties. While there may be programs similar to P.A.C.E., they have not been proven to be as successful or as effective as P.A.C.E. There are a few different ways in which this program could be improved. The Affordable Care Act is currently testing the Independence at Home demonstration in a 3-year period to see if it improves health, decreases expenditures, and delays or prevents the need for skilled nursing care. The project began on June 1, 2012 and will end next year on May 31, 2015. The purpose of this program is to eliminate the gap between Medicare patients and treatment. By doing so, this is expected to reduce expenditures through an overall improvement of health and decrease ER visits and hospitalizations. If the government were to combine these two programs to make a mega program, there would significantly decrease their Medicaid and Medicare spending through treatment compliance and decrease hospitalizations. The government should also consider looking at mock P.A.C.E. programs to turn them into actual P.A.C.E. programs to accelerate its expansion. As these programs have a lot of similar features, it would be much more cost-effective to turn a program that has already been established into a P.A.C.E. program rather than start from scratch. This may take a lot of employee training, but the cost of training would outweigh the cost of startup. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask now, and I will call in to answer any questions, or feel free to email me at my email address, tolsteika.kayla@gmail.com. Here is the list of resources I used for this presentation. Again, please feel free to contact me for more information regarding my presentation or these references. Good luck with your finals and happy holidays.